Thank you, Brian. Now to Craig Smith. He has expert advice on how to wipe out coronavirus before it can infect you, and news on a U of A effort to develop disinfectants that can outlast the virus. Craig?
We're in one of our elegant K-Gun 9 bathrooms to help make a point about hand washing. The U of A researcher, the germ researcher we talked to, said he actually looked into hand washing habits and found that most people do not live up to that recommendation to wash their hands for a solid 20 seconds. It's more like 11 seconds, and there's a good chance they may not be using soap at all. All of this is a big mistake because the coronavirus can live a very long time on the surfaces we touch.
Dr. Charles Gerber's research on germs and how to fight them is so well known, he's sometimes called Dr. Germ. He says what we know about other coronaviruses says they can live up to 9 days on the things we touch. Gerber says these viruses thrive in cool, dry climates. Arizona fits part of that. It's dry.
Well, my hope is it won't be as bad as like in other places in the U.S. where they have the really cool, dry weather all the time. I'm hoping the higher temperatures discourage the survival of this virus on surfaces.
Dr. Gerber says try to sanitize anything the virus may land on. In a gym, for example, use the wipes most gyms provide. At least 60% alcohol is the most reliable coronavirus killer. But with people cleaning out the stores, you might have trouble finding alcohol products. He says washing the surfaces with plain soap and water can pick up and move the germs. Toss out the rags or wash them for 45 minutes in very hot water. But one touch can contaminate things all over again. Dr. Germ is working on a long-term solution, disinfectants that last for days. He says in hospital tests, they cut antibiotic-resistant germs 30 to 50%, and they could fight germ zones in places like buses and planes.
Yeah, anytime you're in public transportation, you have the touch and the breathing issue. Studies in England have shown that your risk of getting a respiratory infection is about 6-fold greater if you take a bus rather than if you walk to work or drive a car.
Now, back to that recommendation to wash your hands for 20 seconds. If you have one of these very common automated faucets, you can't time yourselves by these things. We haven't found one yet that lasts more than about 10 or 11 seconds. So you're just going to have to keep using that soap and keep putting your hand under here to keep it running for the time you need. Reporting live from an elegant K-Gun 9 bathroom. Craig Smith, K-Gun 9 on your side.